to order. It's resolution 3167, a resolution of the city of Glendive, Montana to adopt the Glendive Area Trails Master Plan. Whereas the city of Glendive received a CDBG planning grant from the Montana Department of Commerce in 2023 for the development of a Trails Master Plan. And whereas the purpose of the Trails Master Plan is to develop non-motorized active transportation plan that reflects the views of Glendive residents who strongly advocated for the planning and development of non-motorized transportation facilities. And whereas the local government recognizes the role of active transportation in supporting quality of life for its residents, and whereas a steering committee representative of multiple disciplines, including business, health, public, recreation, and nonprofit, developed a Trails Master Plan in cooperation with the city staff and a consultant. And whereas the adoption of a Trails Master Plan by the council will provide opportunities for the programs, policies, and projects included in the plan to be implemented. And whereas the city council noticed and conducted a public hearing on October 15th, 2024 in the council chambers for the purpose of receiving testimony from all interested or affected users, citizens, persons, associations, corporations, and/or companies, and now therefore be it resolved by the city council that the City Council adopts the Trails Master Plan referenced as Exhibit A, and the Trails Master Plan should be considered for inclusion in the growth policy when the growth policy process is open for update and modification. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the trail plan? Hearing none. Is there anyone that would like to speak in opposition of the Master's Trail Plan? Hearing none. I will move that we close the public hearing to adopt the Master Trail Plan at 7:02 p.m. We'll now move to the regular meeting of the Glendive City Council, if we would stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, if you would like to do the roll call, Jessica.
Baker.
Here.
Kuhn.
Here.
Dryden. Hedrick.
Here.
Hines.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Sassy.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Fire. Police. Public Works.
Here.
Ambulance.
Here.
Okay, could I get a motion to approve the minutes of the October 1st, 2024 regular council meeting? All right, Kevin. And a second? Jason? All in favor of approving the minutes of the October 1st, 2024 regular council meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Abstain. All right, now we'll move on to old business. Jason, if you would like to give the street committee report, it's pretty brief.
Wednesday, October 9th, 2024, at 4 p.m., 3:30 met. Present was Deb Dion, myself, Rhett Coons, Mr. Reeds, Racine, Todd Opp, Katie Girls, Darren Fry, Brendan Neidhorn, Ranger Youth. No old business was discussed and no new business was presented. We adjourned at 4:01.
All right, thank you. Next is the Super Committee. I think that's you, Rhett.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Yep, so we started at 4:01. The same people were present. Item number one, with the police department, a Motorola Solutions Justice Assistant Grant. So Assistant Chief Mills brought forward a request to apply for a Motorola grant. First radios for all emergency response departments, for example, police, fire, ambulance, etc. If awarded the grant, Glendive and or Dawson County do not have to use 911 funds for Mill Cities who would like to apply for the max amount, which is $25,000. There is no match for this grant, and the deadline for this is October 16th. So kind of because of that short deadline, the Cooper committee gave permission for her to proceed. So that's what the committee did. Item number 2, another police department firehouse subs grant. Assistant Chief Mills also brought forward a request for a firehouse subs grant. This grant would be used to purchase bulletproof vests for law enforcement. The max grant is $25,000, although Mills calculates she only needs $15,000 to outfit our department. This grant may or may not require match funding. We do have some budgeted for grant match. Worst case scenario would be a 50% match. The 50% of 15,000 would be 7,500, and we have 8,000 budgeted. And we also might be able to use other monies out of, such as like the 911 fund to help matching if needed. The grant process opens on October 17th, and the deadline is after that. So the committee recommends approving Glendive Police Department applying for the firehouse sub grant. Public comment, none was given, and we adjourned at 4:10.
All right, thank you. Next on the agenda is public comment. I didn't have anyone sign up, but does anyone want to give public comment? Then we'll move on to new business. The first item is to approve the second reading of ordinance number 03/2024. This is an ordinance amending Title I Administration, Chapter 6 of the City Council, Section 1610, Order of Business of Glendive City Codes of the City of Glendive. 1610, Order of Business. A. At all meetings of the council, the order of business shall be as follows. 1, call to order. 2, pledge of allegiance. 3, roll call. 4, minutes approving and correcting minutes of last regular meeting and minutes of special meetings. Number 5, old business. Number 6, public comment limited to 3 timed minutes. Number 7, new business. Number 8, reports. Number 9, mayor comments. B, the mayor may change the order of business. So this is second reading, so we're going to do the roll call vote for it. So it will be approving the second reading of ordinance 3/2024, adding a timer and a time limit to public comment to City Code 1610. Can I get a motion for that? I don't know if we need one. Okay, Doug, and a second? Okay. All right. So if you would like to call the roll call, Jessica, we'll do a roll call vote for that.
Baker,
Aye.
Kuhn,
Aye.
Dryden, or excuse me, Hedrick,
Aye.
Hines,
Aye.
Mitchell,
Aye.
Sassy,
Aye.
Thompson.
Aye.
All right, it carries. The next item of new business is to approve the police department applying for a firehouse subs foundation grant. Could I get a motion for that? Okay, Clyde, and a second from Rhett. All right. All in favor of approving the police department applying for a firehouse subs foundation grant, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone abstaining? No. Okay. The next item is approve the police department applying for Motorola Solutions Justice Assistant Fund Grant. Could I get a motion for that? Okay, Kevin, in a second. All right, Jason. All in favor of approving the police department applying for Motorola Solutions Justice Assistant Fund Grant, say aye.
Aye.
Any abstaining? No. All right, the next is to approve the trail plan resolution 3167, which I just read to you. So can I get a motion to approve the trail plan resolution 3167? Okay, and a second from Joanne. Okay. All right, this will be another roll call vote because it is a resolution, so.
Baker,
Aye.
Kuhn,
Aye.
Hedrick,
Aye.
Hines,
Aye.
Mitchell, Sassy, Thompson,
All right, carries. The next item is to approve the accounts payable claims of $260,356.65. Can I get a motion for that? Okay, Joanne, in a second, Kevin, all right. All in favor of approving accounts payable claims of $260,356.65, say aye. All right. So, Jim. All right, next is department head comments, so Mr. Sean, you get to go first.
Business as usual, I guess. We are, flushing hydrants, drainage sprinklers, parks, all that good stuff. With MDT, it's been taking a little bit of our time and some storm drain issues, clean out, and things like that. Two pipes in town, they got here today, they'll be doing our annual, camera on TV. Working in this area of town this year. 5-year schedule, so we got the town split up in 5 sections and every 5 years completes the cycle and it started over. So we're doing that and hope much sums it up.
All right, thank you.
What's the status of Douglas?
Status of Douglas.
Paving Douglas Street?
We are not paving it this year. We get paved next year.
Okay,
That was.
I had a couple people asking.
Yep, I have to. I've actually answered a couple questions on that. I put a thing there on Facebook. I don't think I got a chance to read that. Yeah, great. I probably shouldn't. Yeah, so that was in that change order. In there somewhere. Anyway, we decided not to pay that because of the House Bill 355 money. That would give us the money to complete full pay fixed drainage issues and everything. So if we would have paid it this year, we would have just been wasting that money to move it up again next year.
All right, thanks.
So, upon final grading can be EK, then the city will pick over that. So we're working on getting them out here as soon as we can and get that cleaned up, final graded, make everything look real good. And then from there, we'll accept responsibility and start paying it through the winter. Get it fixed next year.
The biggest thing is we basically have grant money to do it and do it
Well, that's what I
right.
told them,
Yeah, we saved over 150,000.
When next year it'll be over.
Yep, and then next year it won't be just patched over top of that, but full rip, it'll be done right.
Which is gonna be really good.
Yeah. Having the new water line up there gives us the chance to actually, it makes sense to fix that road. You can't go fix service with $100. But now that Douglas has a new water line, new infrastructure on there, it makes sense that we can go and pave it, so. You know, it made sense to hold off, save that money, apply that to next year and just. Get it done right, and then it's fixed and it's fixed for years to come.
Well, snow coming in, gonna know any difference anyways. So.
Okay, well.
We'll see.
Any questions?
Yeah, how's it going with the landfill with
It's going good.
Jordan?
It's going really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
you'll see some overtime from that. We have a guy up there full time, running equipment.
Sure.
Pushing, keeping everything up there. We got the water truck up there, keep the dust and everything down. He's just doing that. He worked Friday, Saturday and Monday. In the holiday, so.
Yeah.
But we're trying to accommodate them the best we can. We want to work on Saturday. They called me. I'm not trying to get them slow and go. Right. I think the process they're at 2 million ton right now. Okay. See.
And a lot of it burned away too, so.
Yeah.
Building.
Yeah, it's too a lot of water.
Oh,
There's too many gallons of water in there. I think
It's three,
Another question, Frank. One of the business owners down here asked me, how often do you pick up trash 4 days a week for
some that we, some businesses downtown. That's good.
Okay.
Some of the free stuff. Sure. So, I don't like, start on the bottom of the time, whether
Sure. Okay.
So a little bit more.
And then yesterday was the holidays, so that.
Right.
Well, yesterday gave us a chance to actually kind of look at what it looks like, around 4 day. We have some, some places you can tell, like, all right, they definitely have more trash, in the little tire, so we'll adjust cans and volume and stuff like that, so we're set up. Got another holiday coming up on the 11th, so we'll have another long weekend. But, overall, I think it went pretty good.
Okay.
You still get calls of people, well, I didn't know, and
Oh, yeah, it'll take a while.
it's gonna take a little bit, I think, for the most part. I know they're not having a problem getting it done, so it seems to be working pretty good. What else?
Okay. Anybody else? Questions for Frank? No? All right, how about you, Miss Gaynor?
We're doing fine with the ambulance. I think we're all looking forward to the completion of Merrill Avenue construction, so we don't have to dodge storms and everything else that's been dodging all summer. Other than that, we just answering calls as they come in.
Sounds good. Did you have anything, Janet? Okay. All right. Well, then the fire department report is in your packet, as is the city court report. And now I think I have it right this time. The ordinance committee is going to meet on October 21st at 4. The personnel committee will meet on October 21st at 4:15. I'll just remind everyone that the next council meeting is on Monday, 11/4 at 7 p.m. So with that, I get to move to my mayor comments, which are kind of long this time. I just want to let everyone know that with the trail plan, I did contact the Montana Department of Transportation and spoke with Shane Mintz, asking if we could get some signs that would divert foot traffic and bicycle traffic from the Town Street Bridge over to the Bell Street Bridge. And I've forgotten who he talked to, but they agreed. And so they've got the signs ordered. There'll be 3 signs, with a bicyclist, with somebody walking, and I forget what the other one is, but they'll be at Mead in town. So people will have a block to get before they get up to the Town Street Bridge. And then on the other side of the Town Street Bridge at Harmon, where the grocery stores are, will be some signs that direct you 1 block over. And then they wanted the city to put up the same signs on Harmon and on Mead so that people will know they're going the right direction. And I talked to Frank about that, and we're willing to do it, and they'll get us the signs. So that's really there's really only a couple of things that I'm going to recommend in the trail plan, that having that in there, because one of the issues that she did identify is that intersection at, you can call it River if you're coming this way, or Douglas if you're coming this way, but Town Street Bridge is here. There's no crosswalk for somebody to walk over to that coffee place or anything, but we really don't want people to try to cross there, because people coming off that bridge, you really won't be able to see somebody there. So again, we're going to try to divert them down to Mead and to cross there. I know it's a block out of the way, but I do see that as a dangerous intersection, and I see that what she suggested, adding a crosswalk there, could cause a problem. So I'll make those suggestions, and if any of you come up with any other suggestions in the plan, let me know. We can get it in the final draft, because this is the final draft, but I mean the actual document when we adopt it. So on a positive note, like Frank said, the cleanup of the Jordan is progressing very well. So anybody has any questions, they can refer to the EPA website, which keeps us up to date. And I want to acknowledge that this summer we were very fortunate to have many qualified summer workers. I want to thank the utility workers, the lifeguards, pool staff, the facilitators of other park and summer programs. We hope to get many of our summer workers to return next summer, and we hope to have the swimming pool open more hours and on more days. We do appreciate all the work put in this last summer, and we hope to make next summer's programs even better. And again, I want to express my thanks to everyone in Public Works. They were a huge help in hauling things out of the rec center. We really appreciated all their hard work. In addition, I'd like to acknowledge all the hard work done by our City Hall assistant, Vicki, and I wish to express my gratitude to Bonnie Fair for her assistance in cleaning and organizing the rec center. Emptying the rec center was a huge undertaking, and we truly appreciate all the help that was given to us. Finally, I want to thank the department heads and all the city workers who have worked very hard to find ways to rein in the budget and reduce overtime. Also, a special thanks to both women in the finance department who've helped me so much with the budget and the audit. Glendive is very lucky to have knowledgeable and dedicated people who work for the city. I have been serving as the mayor for a year and a week now. A lot's happened. A lot is still happening. But I'm going to briefly highlight some of the things that have been accomplished this year. We will be getting outside cameras starting the install tomorrow. Overtime in all the departments has been greatly reduced, and all the budgets are within where we expected them to be. The soccer will be wrapping up, again, thanks to the parents and volunteers who stepped up to make this a great season. We'll have a final accounting of all rec center expenses at next council meeting. The city extinguished the largest fire in Glendive's history with no injuries. That was the Jordan fire. The city completed the water line under the Yellowstone River. The city got the water line to the south side under the railroad. Police and dispatch is fully staffed. We ended the contract with the Dawson County Sheriff Department. Brickstone Defense is a new business in town. We negotiated a 6-month renewable contract with J&P Pound Puppies for impounding stray dogs. The city purchased a kennel for a 10 days rabies quarantine. The Transportation Alternatives Grant for a sidewalk project to go out to the fairgrounds will be completed next summer. HB 355 will give us a new street improvement project on Douglas and Bell Streets. Frank was talking about that. We have the trail plan to identify possible trails in Glendive and map the trails, and it's nearly completed. The DOT is wrapping up the new 3-lane Main Street project, which began this summer. We now have a sidewalk all the way to the interstate. We've done many water and sewer upgrades and eliminated lead pipe in some areas. We're cleaning up the Jordan rubble with no additional cost to city taxpayers. The pickleball courts have been established. We celebrated the first police and first responders with our National Night Out. We closed the rec center to save money in the city budget with no loss of activity or services. We eliminated 2 full-time positions to save money in the city budget. We cut overtime and will be presenting the monthly budget report to the city council to assure departments stay within their set budget. We hired a consultant to assist with social media presence for the city. We've improved the decorum and issued guidelines for public meetings. We're working on implementing an online payment system. We're updating all our ordinances. And I was just notified that Glendive was awarded the Loss Control Achievement for third-class cities for 2024 fiscal year in the Workers' Compensation Program. Glendive, as a third-class city, had the lowest incurred dollars in the workers' compensation for the past 5 years. And then the overtime, and this is not all out of the general fund. And let's remember that we're cleaning up the Jordan, and there has been some overtime. So I just want to say that the police overtime for August was $10,784.49. For September, it was $3,052. Public Works was $8,883.63 in August. In September, it was $3,654.57. Fire is the most dramatic. In August, it was $6,103.72. In September, it was $623.79. So kudos to those guys, because everybody's been really working on trying to limit it. So anyway, that's all I have, unless anyone has any questions.
What did you get done last?
It's not much, but a few things. I mean, things are happening. Stuff is moving along. So I just took a little time to sit down and just jot down the things that I could remember. And it was 28 things. So, and I probably forgot some things, but I was a little bit rushed.
He's throwing bugs at me.
He would. All right. If that's the only question, then I would ask for a motion for adjournment. All right. All in favor, say aye.
Who was the first and second?
It was Doug and Brett.